We are back here, this time with episode 4 of the Poland series on Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn. And today, let's reform the military. Now before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe and help me get to my goal of 100 by the end of the year. I believe we are like still 21 away. We might be at 20 away by the time this video goes up, but here we go. I said this time we're reforming the military, and that's what we'll be doing tonight. Let's get this going with modernize our armored forces. That's a 70-day focus. We'll go right on into this. Let's see here. Oil is looking okay. It just needed to adjust. Okay, we're good there on oil. Let's work on this energy problem too, which we are starting to now work on the first coal power plant, which should be done September 9th. Otherwise, there isn't much for us to do right away. I am recording this right after the third episode, so if there's any comments on the third episode, I have not even seen them yet because I'm trying to get some recording done because school is about to start up soon. So gotta get this done. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy this episode. Right now we got an investment offer from the United States. We'll be accepting that. We also got 726 political power, so let's just bump down this corruption to slight, because, you know, there's always a little corruption. You'll never not have corruption in a government. So we'll go up to slight corruption, and we won't go anything lower than that, which that has hopefully given us just a little bit more money. Yep, we're starting to work on that deficit, which is at negative 2 billion, but that could be because of the energy as well. And now we have 2 more factories from trade or something like that, or something with the corruption brought down. I don't know. We'll find out on why we have all those factories now. So now this is going to be done in August, so about a month before, which is good. So we are 26 days into modernizing the armed forces. Nothing has happened except for that American investment. Have that new research slot available from hitting 20,000 GDP per capita, and I was doing some looking, and I think what we should do is put this research slot on working on the advanced control integration. This just kind of reduces power consumption for all of our buildings, and that will definitely help with this energy deficit that we are in. And I have moved around some of the building slots. We'll just be constructing 2 civilian industries in the capital of Warsaw. And this should be done now August 20th, like I said before. This is 8 days away. Albania ran elections. I can't remember what else happened. I think it was some political party getting reelected. German trade agreement. Sure, why not? That just kind of increases our liking of each other, even though it's already maxed because of NATO. Network infrastructure, sure, because I don't think I'm going to be building any of that. Yeah, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time upgrading that later. We'll have to do that sometime in the future. But 2 days, we will have to be spending 25, so I'm just going to get ahead of that now. But they're modernize the armored forces, so it's either cooperation with Germany or cooperation with the United States. Because I was looking through this, and I believe I can get US planes or something like that. I can get where was it? It was down here. I can get some United States aircraft purchases. Let's do cooperation with Germany. I think that's what we should do. Their tanks, I like their Leopards and all that, and then we can go towards the United States for the F-16 and their airplanes, which would be really, really well good. What we should do, sure, is after cooperation with Germany, which will replace the beginning of army reorganization with disciplined army, we should go missile and artillery focus, and then artillery modernization with the West, because then I can start getting some more military industries and some buffs and bonuses as well along that way, so that then we can start working through this army reform then after that. Change in the political landscape. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Yeah, SLD, the Democratic Party, still holding a very, very strong lead in our politics. And there we go, increased in consumer confidence. That is now stable growth with fast growth, and now the farmers will get an uptick on that, which is some tax costs, some monthly population, construction speed as well, which is really good. And now we are running a bit less of a deficit. Let's go, we are starting to make a lot of money. Now this is done a day before, so yeah. It's the 3D wax printer that is completed. Now let's work on let's just kind of keep working down this branch here. We can get some large-scale 3D printing operations up and running. Kosovo is now running their elections, which is kind of nice of Yugoslavia to allow them to run their elections. But yeah, we did get another, I can't remember where it was, but it was another like investment offer, but it wasn't really worth it as the Americans were already building in it. And I believe, yeah, Somalia, their civil war has ended. Pretty much. It's just Jubaland and then the transitional national government. And there's gene therapy. So now let's do the the genetically modified crops. That will get us some more monthly population, which is really, really good. And with this 300 political power, let's move down to regional interventionalism, because with how this world has moved, it will not surprise me if the United States has the terror attacks sooner rather than later, because it's already 2001. And that one coal plant was built. This next one will be done November, and then we'll be in that green energy department with Germany. So that will that gave us disciplined army, which is really, really good. And now the next focus, I believe what we should work on down is these political ones over here. We've started to reform this military a little bit. Actually, maybe we go missiles and artillery focus. This actually gets us some research bonuses on self-propelled artillery. It does cost 15 billion, but what are you gonna do? We gotta spend a lot of money to be making a lot of this money back. So we just gotta see here if we can somehow get into the green, either in this episode or the next. Wi-Fi has been completed, and I believe that's kind of it. I don't want to do this one yet, not until a few more NATO countries get this neural networks this one completed. So now let's work on some space technology. We'll go with some orbital launch vehicles, some OLVs. We'll need these to get into space and to continue down that part of our focus branch. So doesn't focus tree doesn't hurt to start getting these built, especially now with where we are kind of heading towards with this entire kind of campaign on getting to space, I guess, and possibly defending Ukraine in light of a Russian invasion, if that is what the AI so decides to do. There's construction 3, so now we'll work on excavation 1, and now work on those excavation. Well, there it is. The major terrorist attacks on the United States East Coast, and it is 2 days right before, I know it's September, October, November. So, yeah, the 9/11 attacks happen, and we will be, we'll condemn the attacks, but we won't make any promises. That's kind of what I like to do. I mean, it depends on the situation. If I'm playing like Germany, the UK, or France, then I'm going to go all in with their full support. But we'll just condemn them, but we can't make any promises to Bush right now, whether what we would if we'll help them out. So there we go. We now have a positive energy balance. Which now means that we can construct this infrastructure that I want to do first to get to that 1+1 oil in the in this region here. Can't really do that in any other region to get that plus. So yeah, and then there's missile and artillery factories. So now let's focus on we should have fully supported the United States volunteers. I didn't see that. Let's do this. Let's continue EU integration, and then we will secure EU funding. There's the war on terror. Then we'll secure EU funding, which will get us 30 billion, and then we will improve connections to EU members. And we'll kind of just work down the EU side of the branch now, as I believe we've gotten our military situation pretty well kind of structured here. We kind of already know where we are going to be going, at least in this way. Like, we'll be getting HIMARS, so we'll be getting a couple of self-propelled artillery units. And then we'll be going down for the Leopards and the APCs and all that from Germany, just to work down here for army reform. And then we'll just kind of continue. We'll just work through this campaign like a normal Poland would, with not supporting the war on terror fully, which I probably should have did, but first of all, we got stability, that out of it. Yeah, sure. Doesn't hinder our relation with the United States too much, as they are still investing in us, so that's fine. Then they'll work on the funding. Meanwhile, we did get another network infrastructure by the United States. If the United States just wants to build up our network infrastructure, go right ahead, because we are just going to start combating foreign influence and kind of just start nullifying this down, especially US influence. And let's do this as well while we're at it. Let's do advanced cosmonaut training chambers. This gets us nanofiber technology, and it's only 50 days without 2 civilian industries, so what? It's not really going to change the course of this series if we spend just that little bit. And then let's also kind of scroll up here. I'm just wondering, can we do... Nope, can't join the EU because we need to be a candidate member. We kind of have to wait for the EU to kind of pass their stuff, but I don't get to see what they passed or not, so we just kind of have to wait. In consumer confidence, we are now in an economic boom here in Poland, which is extraordinary to hear. It is great to see that, as now we are just a few days from securing EU funding as well. So maybe, just maybe, we might not go into $1 trillion of debt. Maybe we could just keep it at 900 billion. And in just a couple of days here, we'll be securing that EU funding for that 30 billion. And in 5 days, we'll be done with this little thing here. There's secure EU funding. And I believe that's all I have for today, guys. Just a little episode. You know, nothing much. Just getting some work done here. We reformed the military to the point where we aren't getting absolutely destroyed by those terrible bonuses that we had, and now we are starting to work on EU integration. We just got 30 billion in funding, and we will continue next time with improved connections to EU members, which will give us, hopefully just give us a better chance at getting into the European Union. So that's all I got for today, guys. Please like and subscribe, as I am on my road to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and bye-bye.